I come from this long line of extraordinary women. I had these two great aunts of mine who basically raised my grandmother all on their own, who raised my grandmother. And they built a foundation for my family that was filled with comfort and support and just the best place you could ever want to be. So, my mom kind of raised me with those values as well. And when I went to St. Thomas University, I took this women's studies course, and I started to learn about all of these feminists who were helping each other, and they were building each other up and empowering one another. And I thought, how cool is that? And within those women, I saw my grandmother, and I saw my mom, and I really started to see myself. And I said to myself, I want to be one of those people who really helps other women see themselves within inside them. So, in this women's studies course, I learned about the Fredericton Sexual Assault Centre. And I heard about these women who were just seemed fabulous, and I really wanted to meet them. So I went and I had an interview with them, and I didn't really know what to expect because I was kind of still figuring myself out in my first year of university. And I guess, like, I sat down with Lorraine Welly, and right off the bat, I, for the first time in my life, had found women outside of my family that made me feel like I could do anything. And I looked to them for support because they made me feel like I could go out and conquer the world. And I started my training, and I felt that every single time I walked into that center or took a hard, difficult call. And with these calls, I just started to say, like, I need to maybe do more. I need to get out there a little bit more. So every year we do Take Back the Night, and every year I would go to Take Back the Night. And I would see these other women that I worked with get up, and they would tell these stories of how hard it is sometimes to just be yourself. And I looked around and I said to myself, I want to do that someday. I want to get up there and be more than the person on the other side of the phone. I want to be the face that people see and who speaks the truth for one night. So I did. And this past, let's say June, I joined the committee for Take Back the Night, and I was working with these women, and I said I wanted to do the speech. So I prepared my paper, and I looked at it, and I said, this is the best thing I've ever written in my whole undergrad of university. It's outside of university. I'm writing this wonderful paper. And anyways, I looked at it, and I was so proud of it, and I was so ready to do this speech. And the week of Take Back the Night, my partner looked at me, and he said, I want to break up. And he left me. And I was stuck in the most vulnerable situation I had ever been in. So I called my mom up, and I said to her, she was on her way to Fredericton to watch me do the speech that I had worked so hard on. And I called her up, and she said, well, I said to her, I said, Mom, what the heck am I going to do? I was supposed to be this big, strong person, and I feel so weak. And she said, you know, you're just going to do it because you have to do it. And that's exactly what my grandmother would have said to me. And it wasn't to make you feel pressured or vulnerable or anything like that. It was to show you that through these things, you find the people that you can connect with, and you find empowerment with other people. And that's just life, and you have to ask for help sometimes. So I said my speech one more time in the mirror, and I cried my eyes out, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. And I told myself I can do anything probably 800 times. And I marched down to City Hall, and I walked up the steps, and I looked at my mom, and I looked at my friends, and these wonderful, wonderful women that I volunteer with, who always told me I could do anything, and who showed me that I could do anything, and I totally believe them.
There's words I haven't spoken yet. There's a beat in my heart that marches on when I can't take a step. But what if I break? What if I fall beneath this weight? Something inside me says it's time to take my place. The coldest of nights, the darkest of days, don't stand in my way. I'm made of fire. There are lines on my face just like my mother's and her mother too. There's a spark in my eye that burns like candles on the city streets. And this cannot wait. We've come too far to live this way.